back, everyone, to the Jesuit Alumni Basketball Dad Bod League podcast. I'm your host, David Gambrel.
I'm Matt Gambrel.
I am Bob.
And I'm Buck.
Welcome, Buck. I know you're a big fan of the show. We're happy to have you here.
Huge fan. I account for at least like 10 views every week.
He's our fourth subscriber.
Nice. We got 4. That's exciting.
All right. This week we had some good teams. Team 1 was myself, Evan, Michael, Taco, and Steven. Team 2 was Matt, Buck, Connor, Grant, Reed, and Scott. Pretty even matchups. The only outlier was Grant. We weren't sure who was going to guard him, and so that's why he gave that Team 2 the sub. That way Grant would have to sub out every now and then. He couldn't dominate like he did last week. Game 1. This was a good game. Michael got off to a real hot start, making a lot of his shots, took a couple coast to coast in this one. Then Team 2 started hitting and jumped out to a 7-13 lead. But they were unable to hold it. Steven and Evan hit a couple nice shots to help with the comeback. And then I finally hit my first shot of the night in the form of a game-winning 2. Fun fact of this game, Taco versus Grant. I think that was the matchup of the game. I wasn't sure how it was going to work, but it was fun to watch. Taco that kid hustles his ass off out there. Buck, you know from last week, Grant is not easy to guard.
Oh.
But, I mean, I know Grant was having an off night, but Taco was not giving him any room to shoot.
Yeah, Grant will embarrass you.
I mean, he just raises up over you. I mean, unless you've got the size to match him, you could be in perfect position, and he just goes, okay, thanks.
No.
I'll go right over you.
You got to be dirty. You got to guard him dirty.
It's like he played competitive basketball before.
Yeah, isn't there a rule against that in this league?
Yeah, so we're going to have to cut Grant, Tim, and Evan. You guys can't come here.
Yeah.
Maybe they should just be 3v5.
Oh, there we go. Give the other team extra players. We can just still lose.
They just have to play with their offhand the entire time.
That'd be interesting.
They'd probably still beat us.
Probably.
They just wouldn't make any shots, jump shots, but they would definitely beat us, get into the paint.
Yeah.
All right. Game 2. This one, again, this was a close one. They were all pretty close. This one, let's see. So David actually got off to a nice little start. I think he followed up his game-winning 2 with a game-starting 2. Came in, hit a 2, which was nice, and then followed it up with another one. So I think that happened because I was not on the floor, because I started out off the floor, sitting on the bench. So he was able to take advantage of that defensive scheme. Let's see here. We had Connor actually had the game winner in this one. Had a nice little putback rebound, which was cool to watch and finish the game. So we got to celebrate a win. Let's see here. Grant and I were absolutely ice cold. We couldn't hit anything. I think I had at one point 10 rebounds on one play. I kept getting a rebound, putting it back, missing. Rebound, missing. Rebound, missing. It was embarrassing. But
I think Grant had the same issue.
Yeah, it was bad.
I do applaud you for trying to pad your stats and just being so brazen about it, not even having any shame whatsoever.
When I show up, I'm here for the stats. That's the only reason why I play. It's for the stats. You guys know this. I'm pretty sure I was 0 for 15 from the 3-point line, so that was good. Buck on our team was probably our saving grace. He was just crushing it this week. He was hitting 2s, hitting jumpers. He drove to the lane the whole night, taking advantage of Evan, just really, really having his way with the defense. And I think at some points he actually had to switch on to Michael because the way the defense worked, Reed was guarding Michael at one point, and Buck had to switch with him. And Buck actually held his own. Michael's a big dude, so kudos to Buck on that. Sweaty dude.
Sweaty.
Heavy perspirer.
There you go. We should add that to the name of the podcast, the Dad Bod Basketball League Sweaty Podcast.
No tank tops allowed.
Ever. Let's see. And also in this game, we had Reed hit a lot of crucial buckets. When everybody else was kind of ice cold, Reed would pull up and take some nice shots. Had a couple threes. So it was really nice to have that advantage to have Reed taking shots over Taco. That's it for game 2.
Game 3, just like the last game of every week, was sloppy. The fatigue was really setting in. So you could see it on both ends of the floor. Guys were just chucking up shots. Defense was poor, but everyone was still out there, leaving it all on the court. Nobody was really hitting any shots until time started to really wind down. Then people started hitting some shots. Connor made a few layups. Just Connor's consistently just so reliable, so clutch on both ends of the floor. Grant hit a 2 to end it, and Team 2 won 11-6. But yeah, just the overall theme of Game 3 is something I've come to observe every week. It's it can go one way or the other. I will say I felt like this week overall, and I think I've only been playing for maybe like 6 weeks, probably the cleanest basketball that I've seen. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong there, but I felt like it was pretty good offense. We've had some weeks where like nobody could hit a shot. Wasn't there a week where I swear one game took an hour?
Yeah. That was
2 weeks
bad.
ago.
Yeah, we got in 3 full games, so it's pretty impressive overall.
That's pretty good play. Not a whole lot of. I mean, there were a few turnovers, but not a whole lot.
Yeah. It wasn't super sloppy basketball all around, which was nice.
No,
Always
the teams
nice.
y'all put together were good, very evenly matched.
Yeah, the biggest issue throughout the night was when Connor had to sub out and we had to figure out a way to guard Reed. Or not guard Reed, guard Michael. And
Just
Reed did
tweak it in,
his best, but there's no way to stop Michael when he's that much taller than you and bigger than you.
I'll say when Connor went out, we didn't really utilize him very much. We kind of used him as more of a decoy. We let him go down low, and he would just kick it out to us shooting threes.
Game 1, that's how you guys came back to tie when we were up 13-7. Connor went out at that sub, and Michael just took over. They just kept feeding it to Michael, and he would just have his way down there. And I think someone hit a 2 to make it 13-13 for the next switch. But I think he had 4 straight points after the switch.
A lot of business decisions when Michael's coming at you are being made just to let him get his layup in.
Man, his layups were so smooth this week. I mean, he goes in so hard and just lays it up so softly.
When's he gonna dunk it? Is that against the rules?
It is against the rules. That's why none of us have done it yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's tough to refrain every week.
That's why Tim pulled up that one week when he had the easy breakaway and took the 3 instead. Because he's like, I can't dunk it because it's not allowed. So I might as well take the 3.
All right. New segment this week is going to be the Gambrel Prison Salsa MVP of the week. And this week it's going to our very own Buck. Buck, impressive play on both sides of the ball. Shot well, had some nice layups on Evan, and great all-around defense, including a block on Michael when he got switched onto him. Michael was the runner-up in the MVP voting, but Buck had 2 wins compared to Michael's 1, so that was what did it.
Sorry.
Buck also again with the steals, had a couple steals again this week. Speaking of that, Buck, I have a question in which I'll quote the great Lawrence Taylor when he interviewed Bobby Boucher of the South Central Louisiana State University Mud Dogs. What is your secret? How do you find yourself in the right position all the time?
Why would I divulge that information here?
I mean, you're a newcomer to this league, and you seem to figure out what everybody's habits are, and you're just ready for that interception every time.
Study the tape, man. I just grind. Just watch the tape. I learned everyone's tendencies. I eat a lot of Gambrel Prison Salsa, and yeah. No, honestly, I don't know. It's I do enjoy baiting. I think I'm like Trayvon Diggs. There's a lot of good plays, but there's a lot of plays to be exploited because I do cheat quite a bit.
So far, it seems to be working in your favor.
Probably helps that we're all out of shape and he's the only athletic one on the court that can run and catch it and then go the other way.
True. That's definitely an advantage.
Yeah, it all balances out though, because I'll generally miss it at the rim. Historically, I don't make layups.
The stats don't lie.
Feel you.
Bob, you weren't there this week. We missed you. And you're potentially going to be out for a significant amount of time coming up.
Yep.
You
You got any-
hit the IR?
Yeah, I'm hitting the IR. I got surgery coming up. So
Oh,
I will be out for at least 2 months. So we're going to get the camcorder out. We're going to set up the tripod. We're going to get some game footage.
Are you actually going to come and video for us?
Heck yeah.
the awesome
Nice.
video clips? in
Are
here?
you actually having surgery?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
I got to
wow.
have foot surgery done.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm getting old. Falling apart. So, but no, it'll introduce a whole new segment to our game. So we actually can watch some game footage and maybe see some of those miracle shots live on.
Nice.
God.
I mean, everybody loves a good floater.
I can't wait for Bobby to send me the video and be like, Matt, make sure you put this in there. And I'll be like, oh, totally. And it's just going to be everyone just breaking. Just break.
Shot of the week.
Shot of the week, air ball.
But yeah,
Sweet.
All right.
awesome. Well,
Anybody
Buck-
got anything?
Ruby.
Buck, we're starting a new segment, new podcast potential. So we want to guinea pig you since you're on. What's your top 3 Thanksgiving side dishes?
Oh, wow. This is fun. Top 3 Thanksgiving side. Do I have to rank them or can I just pick 3?
Rank them. Your
rank 'em.
number 3, number 2, and then your number 1 fave.
And they've got to be like well-known dishes. You can't just be like, my grandmother makes this marshmallow salsa pea soup. And you're like, what?
Ew.
That sounds amazing.
That sounds terrible. Stop eating Emery's food.
It's yummy. I don't know what to tell you.
Just got to get calories in her.
That's right.
Let's see. Favorite side dish for Thanksgiving? Probably. Oh, there's so many. I had to go with stuffing. I love stuffing so much.
Yeah.
I'll put stuffing first. Second, I'll go with the sweet potato dish. I like sweet potatoes.
Very nice.
Third, oh man, so hard.
Putting them on the spot.
Yeah,
How you gotta do it?
Got no prep time.
probably mashed potatoes. I mean, I
Classic.
don't know. Or if there's mac and cheese, mac and cheese. It kind of depends on who's showing up. But
Fair enough.
there's always mashed potatoes.
Always.
True.
All right, there you have it, folks. If you want to be the
Solid.
best in the league, just get you some stuffing
That's right. I eat stuffing daily,
daily.
Daily.
not just for Thanksgiving.
So far, nobody has thrown out cranberry anything. So I don't know why that's a dish at Thanksgiving. It can just go.
I love cranberry sauce.
I like cranberry, but yeah, it gets a bad rap. I don't really understand.
I don't like the way
Everybody does
it
it out
just
of a
slides
can.
out of the can. That's that's
Oh.
a no for me right there.
So
It's so
good.
it can slide down your throat. Just,
Ah,
yeah, just in one swift motion. What were the other? Are you allowed to reveal the others?
You can find that out on our future podcast. Name has yet to be determined, but we'll let you guys know.
So, you know,
A little bit
Buck
flaky.
touched on a good topic of Michael sweating a lot. Remember the days when we actually played shirts and skins?
Yes.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
Disgusting
That was-
that was with
Yeah,
the
it was
old
gross.
guys.
Yeah, it was bad. I'm glad we don't do that anymore.
Yeah, we even tried pennies for a while after that
Yeah,
to help differentiate.
it was bad. All right,
Oh.
you wanna shout it out to the sponsors and
Yep.
wrap it up.
Want to thank our sponsor, our real sponsors, Gambrel Prison Salsa.
Share the flavor.
There you go. If you need to buy a house, call the Bob at Keller Williams. and our potentially, hopefully one day sponsor Mountain Dew.
Not Pepsi.
Not
Not Pepsi, just Mountain Dew. Nobody likes Pepsi. It's like
Fuck
a Coke
Pepsi.
knockoff.
Pepsi.
All right, well, that's all we that's all we got for tonight. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. This has been the Jesuit Alumni Basketball Dad Bod League podcast. I've been your host, David Gambrel.
I'm Matt Gambrel.
I'm Bob.
And I'm MVP. Buck.
Nice.
Suck it.
We'll see you guys on Monday.
Awesome.